Those of us who've ever in the middle of the night tried not to wake somebody up because the lights are out, it's super late, maybe you was sneaking in hoping your parents wasn't awake. But let me tell you, they always knew whether they said something to you or not. You wasn't never that slick. What's up? How you doing? Welcome back to A Moment of Clarity with yours truly, Aaron Thomason. I'm excited that you're with me, but I got the question I'm always asking. Are you liking it? Are you sharing it? Are you telling somebody? Did you bring somebody with you so they can experience this goodness with you? All right, listen, we'll talk about that later. Here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about two pieces of a key formula that we can use to help us get to an amazing end of this year, right? We're at the second half, the last 6 months, right? It's one, being able to have some clarity and then being able to have some confidence. And the disconnect in between is what we do. It's kind of the process, right? Or as I like to say, clarity breeds confidence. Why is that important? Because those of us who've ever in the middle of the night tried not to wake somebody up because the lights are out, it's super late, maybe you was sneaking in hoping your parents wasn't awake. But let me tell you, they always knew whether they said something to you or not. You wasn't never that slick. Anyway, let me get back to it. But in a dark room, and you're trying not to wake everybody up, so you're kind of creeping, and you're kind of moving quiet, and you're trying to move slower to not make too much noise, but also to make sure you don't hit your toe. Somebody's done it. To make sure you don't bump your head. I've done it. To allow for you to get to where you're trying to get to safely without any harm, hurt, or injury, and also without waking everybody up. But you're usually moving slower. And you're moving slower because the illumination or the light that would allow for you to see everything that's in the room, you can't see it. So the clarity has been obscured. Therefore, your confidence isn't as big. All right. So how do we fix this? I think we can do this way. What we can allow for our clarity to breed confidence is one, you must understand who you are. In the next 6 months, I want you to really start digging into knowledge of self. Who are you? Now, you might give me a government name, you can give me a social security number, you got your FICA scores and all that other stuff. That's not who you are. That's not how you were uniquely gifted. That's not how you were uniquely made. Who are you? What environments do you thrive in? What situations make you excited? What types of tasks would you do if nobody was ever going to pay you for it? Are you a people person or do you like more tasks? Do you like to sit in the back? Do you want to be in front, right? These are all the things that go into making up your uniqueness. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. It all goes into that. So you gotta ask the question first, who are you? Who are you? Because without understanding who you are, you'll never get on the path of confidence because you won't be clear because everything then looks like it could be. Everything's a possibility. But for some people, and the way that you're designed, and the way that you're gifted, and the way you like to navigate through certain things, everything's not a possibility for you. There's certain things when you understand truly who you are, you know to stay away from this, stay away from that, and this is the thing I'm gonna do. So first thing, in order to allow for clarity to breed confidence, you have to understand who you are. Second thing, you gotta understand and ask the question of where you are, right? Little bit different, but very important with the answers you get. Who you are is about how you navigate. Where you are talks about your location. Why is that important? It is as simple as if I need to go north and I'm on the east side of any town, I cannot continue east to get north, right? So you have to understand where you currently are. And in your life, you might be in a moment where maybe you move a little slower because you're getting older. Maybe you might be in a moment in your life right now where you actually got a little money. You the spot where the money resides, right? You might be in that space. You might be in a space where you might have coming out of a broken relationship or you have healthy relationships. Maybe you're an empty nester because now your kids are gone. You have to understand where you are in life, because where you are determines the rules for where you ultimately want to go. Again, it's the reason why I understood when I got older that I couldn't play with the young fellas anymore on the basketball court. Not because my mind wasn't good, not because I couldn't compete. It's because they're fast, they're young, they're limber, their bodies heal. All that stuff happens, and it don't happen at my age no more. It's cool, no problem. That's why when I was a younger guy, the older cats wouldn't let me play in their leagues. She's like, no, just for the grown folks. Because it's a certain pace you want to move at to still be able to enjoy an activity. Yep, you still have an opportunity to maximize everything that you want to do in life, but sometimes in the season you might be faster, sometimes you might be slower, but it's all determined by where you are. All right, so we got the first two questions. Who you are, where you are. Third thing is, where do you want to go? Yeah. We got to have a place in which we're going. We got to have a destination, because we have to be able to now understand who we are and what makes us thrive, where we are currently in that moment, and now be able to get a location and a destination so then we can start moving in that direction. That's why it's so important, because you can't clarity will never breed or produce the confidence you need if we don't have a destination. And the way that you get to your destination might be different than how somebody else gets to their destination. That's why it's important to understand your uniqueness, your gifting, embrace it, then understand the unique position you're at in your life so you can ultimately get to the unique purpose that you're destined for. Very simple. So here's what I want you to do. If we're gonna allow for clarity to breed confidence, we want to settle on those three questions and get an understanding. And I want you to put it in the comments. Where are you going? What do you ultimately want to do? And if I can be of any help to you, put your email address, slide into my DMs and tell me how I can get in contact with you, because I would love to help you get some clarity on those three questions and get you to where you ultimately want to go. Because clarity breeds confidence. We are in this together, and the only way we're going to get through this is together. So until next time, I'll see you then.